Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to our Shabbat at home together. This week's Torah portion is Truma from Sefer Shmot, the book of Exodus. It contains one of the most moving verses in the Torah. Moses hears God's request. Asuli mikdash v'shachanti betocham. Build me a sanctuary, and I will dwell in their midst. But in the Hebrew, the word betocham can mean in their midst, and it can also mean within them. The second translation informs us that God cannot be contained within any physical space, but that God exists in the spaces between people, in the relationships we have with each other. The root of the word shachanti, which means dwells, comes from the word shachen, which means neighbor, and leads us to one of the most powerful names of God, Shekhinah, Shachen, Shekhinah. Decidedly feminine, deeply passionate and compassionate sense of the divine. So further, Shachanti bitocham, dwells within them, also teaches that God exists within each of us. So much deep theology, so many profound insights about relationship, all in one compact, rich phrase. So tonight, we lift up this beautiful intention and celebrate the many ways we are encouraged to embrace the concept of sanctuary. The Psalms give us a name for the sanctuary within. Psalm 51, verse 10 says, Lev tahor barali Elohim, v'ruach nachon chadesh b'kirbi. Create a pure heart in me, great spirit, and renew a true soul within. Please join this prayer with us, with voice and or with the yearning of your heart. Create a pure heart in me, great spirit. Create a pure heart in me. Create a pure heart in me, great spirit. Create a pure heart in me, and renew a true soul within me, true soul within, and renew a true soul within me, and renew a true soul within. Create a pure heart in me, Great Spirit. Create a pure heart in me. Create a pure heart in me, Great Spirit. Create a pure heart in me, and renew a true soul within me, and renew a true soul within, and renew a true soul within me, and renew a true soul within.
It's time to light our Shabbat candles. Shabbat is sometimes likened to a queen who visits us for just 24 hours. The Shekhinah, the divine feminine, she brings beauty and joy and radiance to our homes.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light of Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Sing in the light.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light of Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Candles are lit. We now gather in the radiance. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר, להדליק נר של שבת. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
It's Shabbat. On Shabbat, we call ourselves to awareness of the peace that one can feel when we connect with that inner aliveness, that inner place of wholeness. Shalom Aleichem. Let us consciously welcome the Shabbat energy, the Shabbat sweetness that invites us to fully inhabit that inner mikdash, that sacred place within. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Borechem leShalom, Malachi HaShalom,
Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Psalm 27 begins, Adonai is my light and my essential support. Whom then should I fear? The words from this psalm that Chava Morel has translated goes like this. One thing I ask you, Adonai, to be with me all of my life. The verse ends with the image of dwelling in God's sanctuary. Achat sha'alti me'et Adonai, Achat sha'alti ota avakesh. Achat sha'alti me'et Adonai, Achat sha'alti ota avakesh. Shivti, shivti, bevet Adonai, Shivti, shivti, kol yamei chayai, lachazot benoam Adonai, uvaker behechalot, lachazot benoam Adonai, to gaze upon the beauty of Adonai. One thing, I ask you, Adonai, to be with you all of my life. Achat sha'alti me'et Adonai, Achat sha'alti ota avakesh.
Lovely. It's now time for the Borchu. If you're able, please rise in body or spirit. This tefillah reminds us that to truly connect to one another, to stay genuinely connected to ourselves, we need to be awake and aware. Please join us. Halalai, lai, lai, halalai, lai, lai, halalai, lai, lai, halalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai, lai. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai, lai. Yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai, lai. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. Le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Halalai, lai, lai, yalalai, 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 lai, lai, yalalai. La la, ya la 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 la. We sing the first and last lines of our prayer Ma'ariv Aravim that welcomes the evening and the wonder of the rhythm of all life. Yes, this is Shabbat. This coming of Shabbat is our sanctuary in time.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim.
Amen. We bless you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows.
Your wisdom sets the way on which time and seasons glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars.
Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night.
As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim.
Amen. Asuli mikdash v'shachanti betocham. These words have been used by so many spiritual traditions. This Torah, these words, have so inspired people over the centuries. This is a melody that originally comes from the Quaker tradition and has been recycled spiritually into our own tradition. How fitting and liberating, since the words are from the book of Exodus. This particular version comes to us from the Jewish Song Leader Boot Camp, where Jewish song leaders from all over the country gather annually to share their melodies and enliven our prayer tradition. You may recognize some people who have been here in our own sanctuary and others whom we have brought into your homes on Shabbat through the miracle of technology.
Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true.
With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Oh, say shalom, bimromam, huya aseh, shalom aleinu,
ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru. Amen. But we lead first with love, the hope and heart of our heritage.
Every fiber of every faith tradition, man.
All over humanity we'll spread a shelter of peace, a peace that shines on all of us. We'll stand up, we'll stand for love, and all the world will sing.
love prepare me, be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
And every voice will sing. Love prepare me.
Be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
Yeah, and every voice will sing.
Love prepare,
Oh, say
be
shalom.
a sanctuary, pure and holy,
Yeah, I said shalom aleinu.
with thanksgiving,
Ve'al kol
I'll be a living
Yisrael
sanctuary
ve'imru. For you, love prepare me.
To lead with love,
Love prepare,
To step up for humanity.
to shine my light,
To shine your light.
To love.
Amen. Now it's time for the Shema and Ve'ahavta. If we were not in this COVID reality, I would be calling Sophie Engelman up onto the bima to lead the Shema and Ve'ahavta with us tonight, as she will do tomorrow morning during her bat mitzvah. Last evening we gathered with Sophie, her mother Linda, her two grandmothers, a great aunt, two aunts, and a cousin. These women in her family shared stories from their own lives that they believe Sophie could benefit from hearing at this moment in her life. In spite of COVID and us being all over the country, it was loving and moving. So many beautiful gifts of story were shared with Sophie. Tomorrow, albeit on Zoom, she will stand up and say, Hineni, here I am. It will be a special moment in the life of this young person, her family, and our community. Mazel tov, Sophie. I hope all of you can join us tomorrow morning on Zoom. So right now, if you have a Siddur, we are on page 65. Shema and Ve'ahavta. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Shem, Kevod Malechuto, Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha umechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevavecha ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
For the time of reflection for the Amidah prayer, we invite you to listen to these same words that come to us from the Torah this week. This meditation is sung to a melody by Debbie Friedman and Carrie Newcomer, and is sung by cantors Zoe Jacobs, Tamara Wolfson, Sarah Grabiner, and Judith Silver. They then transition into another lush prayer, also entitled Sanctuary.
Bring me sprigs of rosemary, be my sanctuary, till I can carry on, carry on, carry on. This one knocked me to the ground, this one dropped me to my knees. I should have seen it come.
surprised me. Will you be my refuge, my haven in the storm? Will you keep the embers warm when my fire's all but gone? Will you remember? Bring me sprigs of rosemary, be my sanctuary, till I can carry on, carry on, carry on. In a state of true believers, on streets called us and them, it's gonna take some time till the world feels safe again. Will you be my refuge, my haven in the storm? Will you keep the embers warm when my fire's all but gone? Will you remember? Bring me sprigs of rosemary, be my sanctuary, till I can carry on, carry on, carry on. Utehili mikdash, miklat besara, shimri al chom halehava, kasher ha'esh kovta, ותזכרי, ותביאי לי ענפים, ותהי לי מקדש, כך שאוכל להמשיך, אוכל להמשיך. Will you be my refuge, my haven in the storm? Will you keep the embers warm when my fire's all but gone? Will you remember? Bring me sprigs of rosemary, be my sanctuary, till I can carry on, carry on, carry on.
Amen. In this week's Torah portion, our people are discovering what freedom really means. We, left Egypt, the constricted places in our lives, in search of freedom. We were first blocked by a seemingly impassable sea. But when we found a way across, we moved into the wilderness and had begun to come to terms with our own enslaved attitudes and habits of rebellion and complaint. Even after we had the transcendent experience of revelation on Mount Sinai, under pressure and concerns about Moses and the leadership continuity, we quickly regressed into places of unmet needs, distractions, and closed hearts. And so we were invited then, as we are invited now, to listen to the voice within that says, "Make for me a holy place so that I can dwell inside of you." My friends, if we think God is out there somewhere, we will sometimes find ourselves feeling alone, disconnected, maybe alienated, even estranged from our life. However, when we make a place for God to dwell in our lives, then we will never find ourselves trapped in the illusion of aloneness, separateness. As my friend and colleague Rabbi Shefa Gold says, it is possible to stay connected to God at all times, in all places, even as we engage in the life of the world. God will be available and accessible to us in the innermost chamber of the heart and in the inner dimension of all creation. This Torah portion reminds us that we are meant to make our lives into a mishkan, a dwelling place for the divine presence. This is what spiritual practice is all about. So consider, what are the spiritual practices we are incorporating into our lives to help us stay connected to this deep and abiding truth? How much of our day is spent truly being fully present? The more we show up, really bring who we are to every moment we can, the more we make a place for God to dwell inside of us. How much of our time is spent with wholeheartedness? If the truthful answer is not as much as I'd like or not enough, we can do something about this. We can surround ourselves with people who seek this kind of openness, this awareness of the need to draw the spirit of life into our daily experience. We can engage in activities that call us into the fullness of our most genuine selves. No one else can tell you what that might be. But what a lovely question to hold. What a wonderful thing to dialogue with people we love and trust. It is up to us. Freedom, real freedom, is available to us. Asuli mikdash v'shachanti b'tocham. Let us make our lives a pursuit of building our own unique, beautiful, and breathtaking sanctuary within, and we will be nourished by the breath of all life. Kain yehi ratzon, so may it be. Amen.
Amen. We dream of a world at peace together. Oseh shalom bimromav. Please join in with us.
Hi
La 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru Hi la 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 la. Hi la 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 la. Hi la 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 la. Hi la 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 la. Hi la 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 la. Hi la 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 la. Hi la 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 la. Hi la 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 la. And we now invite you to visualize the friends and loved ones who are in need of this prayer for healing. We include those around the world who are suffering from the COVID-19 virus. If you are on Facebook, you can type the names of the people you're offering the prayer for tonight into the chat. And you are also invited in a moment to say the names aloud.
God of compassion, source of healing, God who blessed Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, we pray to you on behalf of and include Bill Fisher, Carol Mulrooney, Lonnie Barish, Laura Ben, Tamara Grelk, Don Messing, Harvey Finkel, Susan Colas, Herb Holden, Herb Manleveg, Louis Levy, Marty Bach, Aaron Ben Yerucham HaKohen, Mildred Bernstein, Shira Bat Chaim Mordechai Valiba Dvora, Shella Pearl, Otto Jagoda, Daryl Davidson, Jason Moss, Cheryl Adler, Linda Ahrens, Charlotte and Irving Markowitz, Robert Glazier, David ben David Vedina, Naama Levana bat Avraham Visara, Lorette Abrams, Savion Plum, Paul Head, Judith Damboic, Naftali ben Yidel Vishifra, Beth Siegel, Bilha bat Eliyahu Vechaya, Tzipora Rachel bat Esther Va'aryeh, David ben Esther Va'aryeh Binyamin Nachshon ben Esther Va'aryeh. Beshem Hashem Elohei Yisrael Mimini Michael Umismoli Gavriel Umilfanai Uriel Umeacharai Raphael Ve'aroshi Shechinatel in the name Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, healing of body and healing of spirit. And please, dear God, give strength to those who lovingly provide them with care. And we say together, Amen. Amen. Our Yortzeit list tonight includes Zoe Orgel, mother of Andy Orgel, Malan Bilodeau, father of Bruce Bilodeau, Jerome Stolbarg, father of Jody Dice, Samuel Hirschfeld, father of Jan Hirschfeld, Leo Borochoff, father of Nancy Orgel, Julian Mitchell Wolf, father of Beth Wolf Mora, Robert Kelly, father of Kathy Blyer, Bibi Waltrip, mother of Matt Waltrip, Eliyahu Lieberman, father-in-law, my own father-in-law, Michael Comelis, father of Linda Karp. All those who are in the first year of mourning the loss of a dear loved one are invited to rise to honor their memories. Anyone who is observing Yortzeit this week is invited to join them in body or spirit. And anyone who feels the need to say the Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish tonight, is also invited to rise and join us in this deep prayer of mourning and healing. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Bialma divra chirute v'amlich malchute. B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru.
Amen.
Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach. Leolam uleolmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudisha
Brichu.
le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru.
Amen.
Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru.
Amen.
Zecher, 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 Tzadik livracha, livracha. Their memories bless our days, bless our days. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., Sophie Engelman will become a bat mitzvah. We say Mazal Tov to Sophie, to her mother Linda, and to the entire family. I misspoke earlier when I said that the bat mitzvah will be on Zoom. In fact, it will be streamed on Facebook Live and on YouTube simultaneously. Because of the bat mitzvah, our weekly Torah study on Zoom will be moved to 2 p.m. The link is in the happenings. Please, I hope you're planning on joining us on Saturday night, February 27th at 7 p.m. online for BCC's Got Talent. Our Purim celebration is sponsored by our Beth Chaim Brotherhood and Sisterhood. It's time for Hamantaschen, groggers for the kids, and as we tell this Purim story, everyone's invited to get in the spirit of things, put on a mask, dress up a little bit, cheer for Esther, boo for Haman, and then settle down for our wonderful talent show. It's going to be sweet. Both kids and adults will be in the show. For adults, libations are part of the Purim tradition. So please see the happening. We actually have 2 other Purim events on Thursday night and on Sunday, I believe. Check the happenings for the times, dates and times, and so we need celebration. We need Purim this year. We need it now. So we hope you'll join us.
Yes, we do need Purim.
Indeed.
And here to get us in the mood is some lovely wine.
A little bit of wine, a little bit of libation tonight. We hope you have something wonderful to drink with you as we raise our cups to celebrate the sweetness of this Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim.
L'chaim.
L'chaim. L'chaim.
And some challah.
Challah, we've been smelling this challah. Today was a baking day, and this challah smell just permeated our home, and the whole sanctuary is filled with this beautiful, what's better than the smell of challah? So we raise it up with you. We hope you have some challah. And we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Thank you.
Sesame seeds. Lovely. So we have a special treat for the conclusion of this service tonight about sanctuary, about the Mishkan, the building of the Mishkan within and the Mishkan of our people. It comes to us by way of our friends from Bim Bam, a platform that used to be called Godcast. It's a song written and sung by a wonderful young Jewish singer, songwriter, liturgist named Alicia Jo Rabins that honors a powerful verse related to the building of the Mishkan, the portable sanctuary in the desert. In the Torah, God calls upon wise-hearted men and wise-hearted women to bring the gifts that their hearts compel them to bring to create sacred space in the wilderness.
Wise-hearted men, wise-hearted women, bring what you can, silver and linen, wool of crimson and of blue, and the bodies I gave you. Build me a tent that I can dwell in, incense and oil and precious stones. And when you walk, I'll walk beside you, and where you live will be my home. Betzalel, guide them well, build me a place to dwell, make me a lamp with 7 branches from a single piece of gold, 7 arms almond blossoms, from their petals fire will glow. Make me an altar of acacia, on the corner's place for rings. Make me a pair of golden angels to guard my words beneath their wings. Oh, Holia, fill them with love. Make me a place to live. Melt down your copper mirrors to make a sacred bowl, and fill it up with holy water to wash your bodies and your souls. Weave me a cloth with angels' faces, just as fine as thread can sew. And when I see how they surround me, I will know that I am home. Wise-hearted men, wise-hearted women, bring what you can, silver